This is the Motorola i1. This phone is currently available on Boost Mobile and Southern Link Wireless, and will be available on Sprint Nextel in the coming months. This phone features a 3.1-inch capacitive touchscreen, 4 touch-sensitive buttons on the front: menu, home, back, and speaker, a talk and in key, and a 5-way directional pad. On the side, it has a volume rocker and the push-to-talk button. On the other side, it has the lock for the back case, the camera key, and the micro USB port. On the top, we have a screen lock button and a 2.5mm headphone jack. In the back of the i1, there is a hot swappable micro SD slot, the SIM card tray, a 3.7 volt battery. This is the same one you'll see in the Droid. It is 1300 milliamps an hour. You can see the 5.0 megapixel camera with the flash. Now the back case is sealed tight. This is a military grade phone, so it can withstand being splashed by water, salt, fog, sand, strong winds. You cannot dunk this phone in the water. It's not like the Brute, but it is pretty tough. And with the seal around the back, it actually makes it a little difficult to put the back case on because of the latching system they use, but it's a trade-off because that means that your phone is also going to be splash proof. The i1 features a capacitive touchscreen, which is pretty responsive. Had no problems so far. The only problem I do foresee is you cannot use this while wearing gloves. So if you wear gloves often because of work or other things, this is probably might be something you're gonna have to either try to get over, or you might not want to get the phone because of that. It does have the D-pad, which you can use to navigate around the screen. However, that will not work that good for texting. In the dialer app, you do get haptic feedback every time you press a button. There is a haptic feedback setting on the keyboards, but you have to turn it on. It's not set as a default. The i1 comes with 3 types of keyboards: the standard Android keyboard, which is this right here, the XT9 text input, which is predictive text, and also this phone comes preloaded. Hold on. With Swipe. For those who don't know, Swipe lets you type with one finger simply by dragging it 2 different letters. There is a slight learning curve with the Swipe keyboard. You might find it difficult for a while to do double letters, but after a while it actually does become easy to use, and I actually do prefer this keyboard over the Android keyboard. The i1 is running Android 1.5. This is a little outdated. However, they did add a couple of features to this to make it stand out a little bit. It has a program called My Signs. If you double tap on the screen, no matter where you're at, this program will open. It'll allow you to create and use preset gestures to do things like open up websites, turn on Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other things. It's a good feature. This phone also comes preloaded with Opera Mini 5. The reason for that is because it is using the IDEN network, and the IDEN network being as slow as it is, Opera Mini 5 compresses the internet, so it actually comes up faster making the web experience just a little bit better than you would if you had just used a different browser. I'll show you. Gonna load eBay. Now this is just using the cell signal, no Wi-Fi. As you can see, it actually loads it pretty quick, especially seeing it's running off of the IDEN network. And this does do full HTML. On several sites, I've heard people complain this phone only has one web browser. And that's because if you click the second browser, it automatically sends you to Opera Mini. Now, the reason for that is they have it set that Opera Mini is the default browser no matter what. If you want to get around that, what you do is go to Settings, Applications, Browser Settings, and where it says Load with Opera, you unselect that. Now, when you go to the browser, the default Android browser will load. Now this is good for anybody who plans on using sites that have Flash, because this phone does support Flash